Hi guys, welcome to Fools with Tools. I'm Tori, and I'll be your fool for today.
I'm Zach, and I'll be the tool.
So if you're coming here from part one, welcome. But if you haven't seen it, go check it out. That's basically where we dial in the suspension in the shop, but now we're bringing it out on the trails and we are going to show it in action. Zach, what are we doing today?
So today, what we're going to be playing with is our little clicky dials here on top of the fork.
Is that the professional term for it?
That's the term I'm going to use. Some other people might be calling them compression and rebound dials, but
Only some.
only some.
Only some.
Yeah. We've made it to the trail now.
Ta-da!
Time to start tuning our suspension.
Cool.
So the best way I like to recommend doing this is we're going to be using one section of trail that we're both confident in riding. We've done it before.
Yep.
And we want to just take a small section that's got enough rocks and bumps and stuff where we can really get the suspension moving, carry enough speed, but still be confident in our descending capabilities in that section and the ability to do it over and over and over again. The reason we want to be able to do that is because we want to make an adjustment that we think is going to change the bike's feeling for us in a positive,
Right.
and then make that run again. After that, we want to assess it, see how it feels now, maybe make another adjustment, and do that section again. The idea is you want to be able to do a certain section over and over again until you finally made enough adjustments where you feel confident in your suspension setup, where you can take it out to other trails and just start ripping and going.
Cool.
And how did that feel?
Well, not the best. It was really poppy in the front. I felt like it was too much, especially with how stiff the back felt. So the fork was just like moving almost too much. It felt like,
Like was it moving like really too fast?
yeah,
Like,
it felt like I was not pogoing per se, but I was like bouncing too much. It was too bouncy.
It was a little too bouncy.
Yeah, too bouncy, especially with the shock being stiff.
Cool. If we're having a little bit of too much bounciness happening in the front, that's going to be adjusting our rebound dials and closing those off a little bit to slow down the rebound. Specifically going to be using our low speed rebound because we're going through smaller chunks coming through this. We're not doing any like big hits. So we're not going to be adjusting the high speed rebound. Smaller hits are going to be for the low speed rebound.
Cool, let's do that then, because yeah, and then give it another go because that was definitely too bouncy for me.
Gotcha.
So how many clicks are you doing?
Oh, we had it fully open when you came down that as a test run. So I want to put it kind of right in the middle. So we're going to give it 7 clicks
Okay.
of low speed rebound. One of the cool things to note is when you're actually doing suspension tuning,
Yeah.
your compression, your rebound settings are never going to be a set thing. They're actually always going to be changing dependent on your air pressure because they're directly related to it.
Huh.
A fork with 100 PSI in it is always going to rebound faster than a fork with 50 PSI in it.
Right.
So we have to adjust our rebound according to where our air pressure is in relation. They're always related and interconnected.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
This one felt definitely stiffer I felt way more planted on the front. I felt like I had more grip and I was able to just roll through stuff and just kind of cruise a little bit more,
You're
but
staying on line a little bit better,
Yeah.
less jumpiness, okay.
But on the flip side though, because I think this felt very good though, the back, the shock, the rear feeling so stiff.
Right,
in
so it
comparison.
feels like we got the front really tuned, really feeling nice, but now it's really making you notice that the rear shock is definitely not where you want it to be, so we gotta do some tuning with that as well,
I
it
think
sounds
so.
like. Gotcha, yeah, we can definitely do that. You're saying the rear shock is feeling really stiff in comparison to the front. Specifically where it feels like you're saying you're dragging through it, it feels like you're coming down.
Yep.
So what I'd like to do is I'm gonna actually loosen up our low speed compression inside here.
What kind of tool size would that need?
So this is a 3mm inside of here, which is inside our 3-position switch. So we're gonna take our 3mm, put it inside, just give it a couple clicks.
And you can hear it click, which is nice too. That's how you know. I'm PRing the climb right now.
Faster! Run!
Go! Run, Forrest, run!
Cycle across it, over the shoulder!
Got more laps. Run, 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 run.
See that it was fun, you know? Like it was a fun bouncy where it was like, oh, like I'm like kind of just like, bap, 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 bap.
Drop down, snap, ah.
You know, like, I feel like a pinball, like a
Pinball?
What's a pinball? Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like a pinball a little bit. So
Just
it like
bounce
kind
off
of had
stuff.
a fun like aspect to it.
Okay.
but I think it could get old real fast.
Yeah,
like, I think
maybe a little too jumpy.
for this specific section on this specific trail.
Gotcha. Sounds like we opened up the low speed compression a little too much.
Yeah.
Where we did 3 clicks. So let's bring it back down. We're gonna take 2 clicks back into, we're gonna put 2 clicks back into it.
Okay.
So we're 1 click back from where we started with it. We'll try that.
Okay. Can we also make the fork a little bit stiffer too, just to see what that feels like as well?
Absolutely, yeah. We can
Cool.
do that with our low speed compression on our fork as well. So we're gonna increase that.
Okay.
About 3 clicks there. Stiffen that up a little bit so it takes a lot of the jitter and bump out of it.
Let's do it. I would say that this was a really good starting point. I think we got it with that last one. I think we got them where they feel really even now. I feel like this is a good starting point, and then I can dial it in like with the precision now to know exactly what I want the more I ride. But I think
I was
this
gonna say
felt
that
really even.
that last run definitely looked like your fastest and the smoothest run coming down there. So when we're using just one section, yeah, that's gonna get us like 95% of the way there, but
Yeah.
every trail is gonna be a little different. So you may notice like on some other trails that may be steeper, maybe rockier, you might want it a little different, but this is like a really good baseline that we have set now that we're all gonna be based a little bit around from where we are right now. So this is a good,
Yeah.
I would say you can carry this over into your further rides and then make some minor adjustments here and there, dependent on the terrain, of course.
And having that knowledge now also makes it feel like if I'm on a trail and I feel a certain way, I'm gonna know what, like if it's the front, if it's the rear, and what adjustments I need to make it feel better because I got to feel it all in a controlled environment.
Exactly, because any rider can sit there and say, hey, my suspension feels bouncy. But now you're at a point where you know that, hey, if your suspension feels bouncy, you know that you can make adjustments A, B, and C to correct that and make it smoother for you.
Teamwork! That was a really bad high five. So Zach, what's the recap? What'd we do? Give me something.
Today we went through and got our suspension actually all finalized. So where the first video we went through and did our air pressure, today we went through and did all of our tuning with our compression and our rebound dials, low speed, high speed, for the fork and the shock. I would say your bike's probably around 90–95% tuned now, but you know, you never, in one section of trail, you're never gonna get to 100%. You gotta ride a lot of trails and kind of get to there.
Awesome. So if you haven't checked out part 1, go check that out. But for this episode, if you want more detailed instructions, pictures, a tool list, along with links, all that will be in our description, as well as on the pathbikeshop.com. We'll have it all up on there, including links, etc. But I think for this week, I'm Tori and I was your fool.
I'm Zach and I was the tool.
We'll see you next time.